At 35 years of age, I found myself fleeing down a Toronto street, intending to catch a bus for the airport, my heart in my throat. It was 4 a.m. in the morning. I had one suitcase in which were the remnants of my 3-year marriage. Behind me, in a small bachelor apartment, a man slept, unaware I was leaving him. I had spent the day before packing for a move while he was out with his friends. When he came home, he berated me for what I had packed and how I had packed it. We finally went to bed, but I couldn't sleep. I lay there all night, looking at my life. All I could think was, I had tried so hard to be a good wife that I didn't recognize myself anymore. It was the culmination of years of being a people pleaser, someone so anxious to make everyone else happy that she didn't know who she was anymore. And I felt, in the early hours of that morning, that if I took one more step down the people-pleasing road, I would lose myself forever. It was the start of my awakening. I arrived at Vancouver Airport to find my mother and sister there to greet me, with flowers in their hands. They didn't know what had happened or why I was there, but they knew something was very wrong. For the next few days, I stayed with my sister, trying to figure out what to do with my life. My husband called. He was 3,000 miles away, but I felt like he was right next to me. One night, I was in the kitchen making a cup of tea, and I thought, he's outside the window. Fear shot through me. I cowered, shaking, until I realized it was just the rain. It was that and the nightmares I continued to have that finally showed me a bald truth. I was terrified of him. He had never actually hurt me physically, but he had threatened to. I felt like I'd come home with my tail between my legs. I had nothing to show for those years. I had achieved nothing. My marriage was broken. In the end, I understood I had chosen the wrong man. Even if he hadn't been emotionally abusive, we simply had nothing in common. I had married him for one reason. He asked, and I thought at the time, no one else will ever ask me, so I better take this opportunity. I was so convinced I was broken and useless without someone else to guide me that I didn't even ask myself what I wanted in a marriage. I got married, and I resolved to be a good wife and do everything right. But you know what I discovered? That you can try your damnedest to please other people, but that won't make them love you. And even if they profess to love you, you won't believe it because, deep down, you know you are hiding your true self, thinking that you are unworthy of love. In those first weeks after I ran away, I did a lot of soul searching. I knew I had to change my life for the better, and that is when I realized the two things I wanted most in my life: music and creativity.